What's up? Another day, another dollar heavy, back at it again on the video. And today I'm working on a 2015 GL450 Fordomatic, aka bigger body Benz, because it is a boat. But I'm changing out the alternator. I pretty much got the new one back on. And so this is a step-by-step what you guys want to do. First things is all these plastics right here, this right there, just pull it up, it pops right off. Take off these filter ones. It goes like this. It's just ram air. It goes like up to that. Just take all these plastic pieces off. You will see from here, two right here, and yeah, and then one in the middle. So just take all of that off. Then on the first thing is you want to take out the belt, as in right over there. So the tensioner is a 17 millimeter, and it is, hold up, right there. So let me zoom in. Hold on, let me get you guys a better view. Put the light back on. So the 17, it's like technically right here. So that's it. That's where it is, right there. So look at this pulley. It's gonna be right underneath where this belt will be at. So you guys can see it in the corner, like right there, a little bit. Yeah, you guys see it like right there. So pretty much that's the pulley. Turn it, loosen. So don't turn it right, turn it left. So you can unloosen the tensioner for the belt. And then after when you get it, then just take it off. But on the bolts, it's a, you can use one of these e-torques. So right here, this is when it comes a little difficult and you need these specific tools. So you need an e-torque. But if you guys don't want to buy these tools, because I don't blame you for not want to buy it, this right here, it's a 3/8 socket. Yeah, 3/8 socket. So you can use a 3/8 socket, or you can get these e-torques, and it's a 12 e-torque. But you can use this too as well. But when you get to those real stock ones, it's better off just getting the e-torques. You just better saving off the bolt. But if you guys don't have this tool, a 3/8 will can work perfectly for these. So, and the one thing you need to do is this little clip right here. This little clip that goes over this. This is over the boost tube right here. So you need to take that off. There's a rubber bushing right here. Then only thing is a bracket that's off of this right here. This bracket is gonna be attached to this, but it's also gonna be attached to the boost tube. So you do have to just take those off. It's like a little bolt that's like, it's like a little bolt like this kind of. So that is one of these E10s. So, but other than that, then if you guys want to look at the bolts, really the hardest part is getting it out. So really, after you get all the bolts on the two on the top, the two on the bottom, you drop it down. After you drop it down is a connector on it. Take off the connector when it's dropped down on the floor, and then after that you have to rotate it a little bit. And yeah, so you just have to rotate a little bit. But after when you get it on the floor, you will see on the floor right here, then you can take off the little bolt that's right there. Yeah, so you see the connector right there, and then you see the bolt. So the connector, you guys don't know what I'm looking at, is right there with this blue wire right here. That's the connector, and this is the bolt. It's a 10 mil. I think it's a 12 mil actually. So time you get that, but I recommend putting it on the floor after you take off the alternator and do it that way. The only thing is, another one is I took this off for no reason, because I thought that was a tensioner right there, but it wasn't. It was just a pulley. So I took this off for no reason, so I had to put this back on together. But it is what it is. But pretty much, yeah, only other than that, then you probably had to take off some hoses right here. If you really want, you can take off all the bolts off of this whole entire big giant pump here and just move it off to the side. But reality, if you can kind of get all these pumps and this thing out the way. How's everything? Yeah, but if you can get this pump out the way and all these hoses out the way, then really, the time you get this boost tube off, and after you get all the connected, all the things off, all you do is just pull right out. So probably have to use a little force a little bit, but you kind of like, and then the way how to put this thing back on, you kind of have to push it down and push it right and then push straight to get this thing back on straight, because it's not like it's a very tight fit. It's one of those things that's like it has to go on properly. But other than that, then the alternator will come out right through here. But that is really the only tools you kind of really need. I'll show you some tools that will be benefit for this job. Get with a Harbor Freight, you get yourself adjustable wrench that slides in and out, just because it's one of those tight spots. Sometimes your hand would be hitting here with the ratchet, and but yeah, so you can shorten it up a little bit or use that extra leverage to crack and free the bolt. This right here is a lifesaver, because when you get to those bottom ones, you don't really have that much ratcheting kind of room at the bottom. So these are very good. So if show you guys a proper way how to do it. So if you stick your electric wrench right in this spot, like right here, and you can get it right at the bottom, like right here, and just take it right off. So that's one thing to do. Other than that, then you would just need a 12 mil. I'll recommend get yourself some E-Torques. You would need a 17 for the tensioner. And other than that, I do recommend get yourself some extensions and some pliers. They don't really have to be Pacific grip pliers, but it could just be any pliers. But yeah. But really, after when you get to this point, when you get it off, I'm gonna show you guys, and you bolt it back on. So I'll show you guys a little bit extra stuff what to do. So right now I'm at the point that I literally have to just put the tensioner back on. So prop up my phone like this. Okay, so the belt is on, and just make sure you just double check everything is properly on the proper ribs and everything is looking good. So yeah, so when you putting the belt back on, you kind of like want to push it this way. So when you push it this way, then I'll loosen up the tensioner. So now since the belt is back on, so the next thing is just put this little clip and then this little bolt that is somewhere. So that's this guy. And then how to put this guy back on. And I'll put it backwards. Alright, so okay, so just sit it right on there. You get one of the bolts, and just make sure you remember what bolt that goes inside what spot. Okay, so everything is looking good. So, but that's pretty much it. It's nothing really to this car. You just really putting everything back on together. So you just tighten up these bolts, like all the stuff. But really the most important thing is just the alternator. Everything really It's just like with the bracket piece, and you just had to put that back on. I had to just redo and stuff like that. But other than that, then there's a tensioner. It's pretty much straightforward. It's like every other alternator for every car. But the only thing is, for Mercedes, it's just a little bit difficult to get to. But after when you get to it, it's pretty much the same in every car. But other than that, then alright, so now I'm gonna get some content for you guys. Even though I kind of started this kind of late, honestly, but I'm gonna get some content for you guys. Alright, so next I just had to tighten up this bolt right here. So then from there, you can get E10. It'll fit right on top of here. Yeah, it'll fit right on top of here. So before you even leave that there, just get your extension that is somewhere. Oh. There's the extension. Oh. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna tighten up this bolt right here. Alright. So it's not that, it don't really need to be that tight. All it is just a little holder that stops in the middle so this can go around. So the boost tube won't come off. So after when that is on there. And by the way, if anybody has a vacuum leak, these boost tubes have O-rings in it. So they got a rubber O-ring right here. They got another one. You can tell, hold on, I'm right here. Yeah, they got another one right here. Well, this thing is not, they don't, yeah, this is, but really just the O-rings right here, these two places. But yeah, so those are tightened, belts are on. So the last thing but not least, the only thing I had to do was just put hoses back on together. That's something I should have never took off, but it is what it is. So we got this hose right here. So this hose goes on the bottom of this. So you just push it up like that. And then they got this little ring. Oh, it's kind of hard to see because all these stupid things in the way. But, and then this thing right here, this little clip piece, and you just push. You try to push. There we go. After that's on, then you push that. And I had to take this hose off. There we go. I don't know if you're paying attention looking. I think the camera's too zoomed in. Okay, so after when that was on, take your pliers. I had to tighten up a little bit. Okay, I can get that a little bit better down so I can make sure that thing is secure. Okay, that should be good. Okay, so the hose is on there. That is on there. So now I have to just push in the sensor back on. This clip goes like this, but before we do all of that, let's try to move this reservoir in the right place. So all right. Oh, that's just excellent. Oh, my tool fell down the thing. At least I know. Every time, when I know this thing, anytime in this car specifically, anytime you drop something down there, it always falls on the right side underneath right here. But you just have to have long arms, and it's just, you just have to just slide it under there. But okay. Okay, so that is on. Other than that, then this is all done. The last thing I really need to do is just take off both the positive terminals back on. Yeah. And by the way, the positive terminal is underneath the passenger seat. So even though I recorded this at the end, but it's underneath the passenger seat, and then it's right here. So you just have to take off this beauty panel. All it is just clips. So you just pull it out, and then the battery's right there. So, and other than that, then that's how you put a alternator on a 2015 GL450 V6 automatic twin turbo. Yeah, if you guys are not, you guys not lying, it's the Turbski right there. But yeah, there's the Turbski right there, and boom. But other than that, that's gonna be it for today. Hopefully this video was, even though I did it at the last minute, but hopefully this thing is everything good with it. So pretty much, yeah. So it's not too hard, but other than that, just like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. All right, so you guys made it to the end of the video. I really do appreciate it. But this is the one thing we're gonna start back up together, and check it out. So on the last video, yeah, I got the throw bearing fork, forgot the name of it, but got that pretty much relieved. It's been a long day because I worked on like maybe 2 cars today, and 2 cars end up calling a different day. So it's been a long day today. But pretty much tomorrow, that while I'll be doing this is getting everything, the transmission ready. For if you guys don't know, what happened was 85% chance I possibly broke the differential. So right now I'm getting ready to do a LSD swap for the 3rd gen Eclipse. So I just had to take off the motor mounts, drain fluids, axles had to come out. That is the hardest part, so that's the reason why I did that first. But everything else is easy, and I can get that done in one day. But yeah, check out, stay tuned, like and subscribe, Yeah, definitely like and subscribe. Check it out tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm recording the video to get everything prepared. So we're gonna do 3rd gen Eclipse build day 5, I believe, or day 4, one of the two, because it's been a while ever since I did that title. But pretty much, yeah, check it out tomorrow. It should drop. I'm on the East Coast, so it should drop tomorrow night around, like, I say like 8, 9 o'clock. If not, it will be that Sunday morning or Sunday afternoon. But definitely stay tuned, like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.